Good morning, class. Let's start our class. In English, we are doing the sentence. So let us recall the concept. Definition of sentence: we got a group of words which make a complete sense, that is, meaning is called a sentence. And there are few rules or characteristics to be followed in a sentence, which we have already done, is it? Now, these are few examples of the sentence, and then we came to subject and predicate. So what do you mean by subject? Subject is the doer or the person who tells something, who does something, is known as the subject of the sentence, and rest other part of the sentence is known as predicate. That means she has a good appearance. She is the subject because we are saying something about she, and has a good appearance is the statement about her. So she has a good appearance. In this sentence, she subject has a good appearance is the predicate. Now let us move to the object. So student, as I told you, there will be a subject, and subject will be the person who is doing something. So in the sentence, if there is a subject, then there will be object. That means the effect of the action of the subject will lie on something, and that is object. Let us see with the help of example. We are going to see the exhibition. So here you already know that we is the subject because we are doing something. Yeah, we are going to somewhere. So here we is the subject and rest the other part is the predicate. Rest the other part is the predicate. Now student, where we are going? We are going to see the exhibition. The action going is falling on exhibition. So object here is exhibition, is it? So she has completed her homework. So she is the subject, has completed her homework. Here is the predicate, is it? Now what is the effect of her completion? So the effect is going to the homework because she is completing what? She is completing her homework. So if you read a sentence and if you ask question where, what, whom, this type of the question will be answered with the object. That means when you will answer this question, where we are going, exhibition, what she has completed, homework, yeah, what does he likes, mobile phone. So these are object. Now one another important thing I should let you know that sometimes in one sentence there are two objects. That means more than one object. I just want to say you, and these objects are categorized as the direct object and indirect object, is it? So see, some sentences or some verb have two objects in a sentence. Example, a direct object, another will be an indirect object. How? See, I asked a teacher a question. What did I ask? A question. Is it? So question is the main object, that is the direct object. The main object will be the direct object, and the secondary object, whom did I ask? I asked to the teacher. So the teacher is indirect object. I asked the teacher a question. So question is direct object and the teacher is indirect object. Let us see another example. He is playing cricket in the playground. What is he playing? He is playing cricket. Cricket is the main object, that's why it is the direct object. And where does he play cricket? He is playing cricket in the playground. Playground will be here the indirect object. Yeah, so if you read it the sentence, you will find subject is doing something. The main object is that which is getting the main effect. What he is playing? Cricket. So this is main object, and secondary object will be that which is also lying there in between. So where he is playing? Playground. Playground will be here indirect object. Let's see that another example. You go for a walk. Taking your dog in the park. So here you is the subject, rest other part is the predicate. And what is the verb here? Action is taken here. Walking, is it? He is going for a walk. And where he is going for a walk? In the park. What else he is doing? He has taken his dog also. So the park is the direct object and the dog is the indirect object. Now let's see. They are making questions for exams. What they are making? Question. And for why? For the examination. So for question is the direct object, exam is indirect object. My sister is preparing a project for me. What does she prepare? She prepared a project. For whom? For me. Is it? So now I think you are very much familiar with the direct object and the indirect object. Now let us switch to the main topic which we are going to do today. So today we are going to do kinds of sentence, that is, we can also say that types of sentence. So how many types of the sentence? There are mainly 4 types of the sentences are there. First one is declarative, second one is interrogative, then third is exclamatory sentence, and then comes imperative sentence. Today we will finish these 2 sentences, because if I'll go to finish these, this will be overload for you. The concept should be clear. That's why let's take these 2 topics. So first of all, declarative sentences. What do you mean by declarative sentence? Let's see. A declarative sentence makes a statement. For example, this is a simple statement, nothing else. When you say something in an affirmative way means, student, in a positive way. Yeah. So this is known as declare. You are declaring something. Do you know meaning of declare? Your teacher declares about the date of the examination, final examination, the date of the result has been declared. Declared means you are saying something, declaring something, stating something which is happening and which is there, which is existing anywhere. So see, it is too hot. So what is the statement? The weather is too hot. Happening something, that is, weather is too hot. I like to play cricket. This is a simple statement about myself, that I like to play cricket. The boy was running. Boy was running simply is, it is in past form, but it is a simple statement. That's why declarative sentence. The children gave me their assignment. So the children are giving their assignments to me. So this is also declarative sentence. So student, a simple thing you should also know, that declarative sentence are also categorized into 2 parts. Yeah. First one is affirmative sentence and second one will be the negative sentences. What are these? These are the 2 types of declarative sentence. You declare something negatively sometimes also, is it? We just declare something negatively sometime also, isn't it? So, and we just declare something positively also. So first of all, see affirmative sentences. Affirmative sentence will be in the positive way. Let us see the definition. An affirmative sentence tells us about something that exists or something that is happening. That is, it is happening. It is in a positive way. For example, here all the sentences I had written are not in a negative way. These all are in a positive way. That means these are affirmative declarative sentences. Another example, you can see, he is my friend. Mother is cooking food. Here I hadn't told that he is not my friend. I told he is my friend. Mother is not cooking food. No, I hadn't told that. I told mother is cooking food. That's why these 2 are affirmative sentence. Now I think you know that what will be the negative sentence. See. A negative sentence tells us that something does not exist or is not happening. When we just forbid of happening of something. Forbid means हम just मना कर देते हैं कि ये चीज़ नहीं हो रहा है. We just forbid something. Yeah, that is known as negative sentence. Let us see again. A negative sentence tells us that something does not exist or is not happening. A negative sentence contains not or another negative word. For example, there should be not there, certainly, or any other negative word should be there. That is, it is forbidding of happening something. Forbidding, I am telling you, forbidding means not happening. So see, I do not like tea. So here I am declaring, this is declarative sentence, but what I am declaring of not liking tea by me. So not is there, that's why this will be negative sentence. We are not working now. We are not working now. Yes, earlier maybe we were working, but now we are not working. Yeah. I have never been to America. मैं कभी अमेरिका नहीं गया या गई. So no, never means no. So this is also negative sentence. No one knows you. So कोई भी नहीं जानता आपको. So no one means negative sentence. These all are the types of negative sentences. Why? Because these are containing not and other form of negative words. Yeah. So these are examples of negative sentences. These are declaring or these are stating of something being not existing or something is not happening. Yeah. Now let's come to the another type of sentence. As I told you, there are four main types of sentences. First one was declarative. We had done declarative, and we had also done two main types of declarative sentences, affirmative and negative. Now second type of sentence is interrogative sentence. So what do you mean by interrogative? Now as you can see with the term only, this asks a question. This means, what do you mean by interrogative sentence? See, an interrogative sentence asks a question. So interrogative sentence will be those sentences in which we are going to ask a question. So simply when we are writing an interrogative sentence, we will end with the mark of interrogation. Is it? See here. And let us read the questions. Where is my bag? Interrogation sign. I am asking a question. Where is my bag? Who came first here? Are you going to market? Is he writing a letter? Why does we wear cotton clothes? Had she gone to market? Have they played cricket? So all these sentences are asking questions. That's why they ended with mark of interrogation, is it? A second important thing about which I am going to let you know that all these interrogative sentences are starting with some special types of words. So see, these special types of words are known as interrogative words. See, these are where, who, why. Yes, and we will read about these also. Are, is, has, have. These are also some different types of the words. But firstly, let us know about interrogative word. Yeah. So interrogative words are also known as WH words, or these are also written like this. WH word. Why WH word? Because if you'll see these, you will see that all these words are containing W and H in it. And student, you should simply notice that there are 9 WH words. Yeah, mainly 9 WH words. Whenever you are going to, as I told you, whenever, when added with ever. So whenever you are going to make an interrogative sentence, you will must have to use these 9, any of 9 WH, not all at a time. You can use one of these 9 WH word, one way to make interrogative sentence. Yeah. Another way to make interrogative sentence, you will have to start with helping verb. Helping verbs are is, am, are, has, have, had. You can see when you start the sentence with helping verb, is this your book? If I am going to say that, is this your book? So simply student, This is starting with is, so this will be a interrogative. This will be an interrogative sentence, not a interrogative, an interrogative sentence. Now let us come again to WH words. WH words are who, what, why, when, where, which, whom, whose, how. This how is not starting with W, but this is also having W and H in it. So this is also contained in the category of WH word. You should always remember these WH words. If you will ask a question, what are mean interrogative words? So these are mean interrogative words. These are, so helping verbs are actually not interrogative verb. Helping verbs are helping verbs. Yes, and these help us also to make interrogative sentences. How? When you start with helping verb, are you going to market? Simply it becomes an interrogative sentence. Is he writing a letter? So this has become an interrogative sentence. Had she gone to market? Interrogative sentence. Have they played cricket? This is also an interrogative. So simply now when you will come to this page, you can see that interrogative sentences mainly can be made with the help of WH words or with the help of helping verbs. You should note it down in your fair notebook, is it? So for today your homework is to write all the notes which I had explained you today and make 10 sentences, among which some should be negative, some should be affirmative, some should be interrogative. Yes, interrogative sentences, student, you should will have to make with the help of WH words and also with the help of helping verb. So I think you are very much clear with the topic which we had done today. Let us revise. We had done types of sentences. We had done mainly two types today, declarative sentence and interrogative sentence, and there are another two types of sentences are exclamatory sentence and imperative sentence. Declarative sentence declares something. This is simple statement. Declarative sentence are also mainly of two types, affirmative sentence and negative sentences. Affirmative sentences positive statement and negative sentences negative statement, is it? Now come to interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence ask a question. This ends with a mark of interrogation and start with interrogative words or helping verbs. Interrogative words or helping verbs, is it? So that's all for today. You just take care. Have a nice day. Thank you.